Hello, I'm Sarah. I live in Bognor Regis with my husband Peter. Our daughter Poppy is 22. She's a medical assistant in the Royal Navy. At the moment, she's based in Scotland. I've flown up a few times this year and spent time with her. We love spending time together. We really like going to concerts together. We've been to 2 this year. Since she was a young age, we've been to lots of music festivals together too. I love music, most types, but especially rock and folk. Music can make me feel happy. It can also calm me down if I'm feeling stressed or sad. I really like music that can take me back to special moments in my life. A few years ago, I got a team of people together to make a festival called Corefest. We wanted a music festival which would be fully accessible to people with and without disabilities. We had it in the Orchards in Warburton. It was a great success. It got bigger and bigger every year. So many people came along and joined in with us, and it was just beautiful to see everybody having fun and dancing and just chilling out to the music. Sadly, it came to a stop when the pandemic struck. But the year before that, it had run over 2 days and people with all kinds of abilities came from miles around. It was magical. I enjoy crafting, particularly decoupage, which is really just cutting and sticking. During lockdown, I made this table out of all the tickets and pictures of me enjoying music with friends and family. Spending time with family and friends is really important to me. Whether it's sharing a meal, going for a walk along the seafront, mooching around the charity shops in Chichester, it's good to chat and listen with people who know and understand each other. Being in the water is a really relaxing place for me. I started sea swimming during the pandemic. I first went in during February last year. It was really cold, but gave me a real buzz and made me feel a part of the wider earth. The ocean is so big, it's incredible. Although I always go in the sea with friends to be safe, it's very peaceful. We usually enjoy a flask of coffee and a homemade cake afterwards too. I do aqua aerobics most weeks, and I also treated myself to a little inflatable hot tub for my backyard. I love chilling out in there, floating, looking up at the clouds and the birds. I think there might actually be a mermaid in me somewhere. From a very young age, I spent lots of time with people with and without learning disabilities, and I knew that when I grew older, I wanted to work in jobs that would enable me to continue to do so. I've worked at HFT Sussex, which used to be called Care Warburton, for 26 years now. When I started there as a much younger woman, I lived in, which I really enjoyed. I moved out when I married Peter, but we then moved back a few years later with a very young Poppy when I became a manager. Being such a close part of that community was such an experience and gave our young daughter such a rounded outlook on life. I really enjoy the work I've done at HFT, and particularly when I've worked alongside people who live and work there. Sadly, my job now has meant I spend less and less time with people and more time in my office at a computer. What excited me about the community manager post at Larsh Bognor is that it feels much more like the work I enjoy. I enjoy spending more time with people. From what I know, hear, read and learn about Larsh, you all seem to be very supportive of each other. I like that, and I think it's an important part of making the way that you live and work together safe, healthy and happy. I will of course also use my previous experience and skills in completing all of the other work that needs to be done, such as budgets, reports and meetings. These things are important too, as they'll help to keep Larsh Bognor running smoothly. I think it's really important to involve everyone, people with and without learning disabilities, in all aspects of life, decisions, planning of events, etc. I hope to be able to learn from you all. I really enjoyed meeting James, Lottie, Jan, Sue, Anna and Catherine last week, and really look forward to meeting more people on Thursday. I'm thinking some of us might already know each other's faces from different events, groups, meetings over the years. I'll see you then.